Hello, I'm Will Payne with Naperville News 17. I'm standing here in downtown Naperville at the corner of Aurora and Washington Streets as the protests are just getting kicked off here downtown. This morning, the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, a nearly 50-year-old ruling from 1973, and now abortion rights will be in the hands of the states. Here in Naperville, hundreds of protesters have gathered along the street on Washington, and we will now go and talk with some of them and see what they have to say. Many people with a variety of different posters talking about their distaste for today's Supreme Court decision as cars passing by honking in favor of their protests. Clearly, this is a community that is not happy with the current Supreme Court decision from this morning, as there is distaste with many different political candidates, as well as the Supreme Court of the United States, who ruled in favor of keeping abortion decisions to the states rather than the federal government. Along with the signs, people have a variety of pins on, of pins in different. Yeah. Some of the signs read, "Together we fight for all," "Abortion without apology," "Keep your laws off my body, my choice." And people are even making signs as we speak. Some of the other signs as I walk read, "Safe, affordable, accessible, legal abortion." "Shame on SCOTUS, the Supreme Court, my body, my choice. Safe abortion is a human right." As we continue to walk down Washington Street, protesters continue to file in, as this will be going on for the next 30 minutes to 1 hour. Again, this is Will Payne for Naperville News 17. I am here, if you're just joining us now, I'm walking down Washington Street in downtown Naperville as the local protests about the Supreme Court's ruling regarding abortions just came through this morning, as they are giving up the decisions to the states. As we walk by, some of the other signs read, "My body, my rules. Do you want my right to vote? If you don't own yourself, you don't own anything." Along with the protesters in downtown Naperville, there is a small police presence, a few different police cars and some policemen on their bikes, but these protests do not seem to be peaceful, not violent. As we walk by, some of the signs read, "Respect my daughter's choice. If you think for 1 second the Capitol will treat us ever fair, you're lying to your courts ruling this morning." And as we walk by, too, along with the protesters, it's a busy Friday afternoon here in Naperville. So there are many people honking who are not out for the protest, but honking in support as they drive by.
How's it going, dude?
Hello, sir. I'm Will Payne with Naperville News 17. Why are you here today?
I'm here just because we have to at least voice our displeasure with the decision. I don't understand how in the same week that we allow everybody to carry guns because they don't feel safe in whatever capacity that may be, that we eliminate choice for people. Everybody's story is different. You don't know why somebody wants one, but it should be their right. I'm pro-choice all the way, and I don't understand in the land of the free why choice is taken away from half the population. So I'm out here, even though the decision's been made. It was one way for 50 years. Maybe it'll swing back again one day.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time.
Anytime, man. Have a good day.
As we walk by here, we will talk with some of the members of the community as well as some of the protester groups groups in the state that organized this protest, such as the Illinois National Organization for Women, the American Association of University Women, the League of Women Voters, and the National Council of Jewish Women in the North Shore and Chicago area. So it was these four groups that put together this very packed Naperville protest of the Supreme Court's ruling this morning.
I don't know. I think because it's a business, I don't know if they just didn't want to catch any flack or what. That's my only guess.
Again, at this protest, the police are on scene. There are a few vehicles and some policemen on their bikes as well, monitoring, making sure that everything stays peaceful on this Friday afternoon. But everybody in this protest seems to be in good spirits, although voicing their distaste with the Supreme Court's ruling this morning, everybody seems to be very positive and supportive of potential legal change. And there are many cars honking. As we walk back down up Washington Street, people continue to protest and talk about their distaste for the Supreme Court ruling. Again, I am Will Payne with Naperville News 17. What's your name, ma'am?
Susan Craighead, president of the League of Women Voters.
Susan, why are you here today?
I was one of the organizers along with AAUW, NCJW, and NOW. We're here because the Supreme Court decision was a huge disappointment. Abortion care is health care. It should be supported in the same way as any other health care. And it's up to us to stand up for all women, no matter what their economic situation is, and in every state, no matter what the rights are.
And what would you say to all the members of your group that came out today to show support for, support against the Supreme Court ruling.
I just have to say a huge thank you, because we need to speak up by our presence and with our voices. And I want to remind everyone to vote. There's a primary coming up and an election. Every time we vote, we speak our voice and our true beliefs for health care and reproductive rights for all.
All right. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I just spoke with the president of the League of Women Voters. As everybody continues to gather outside of Naperville, every time you look left or right, there are more people. There are more people showing their support with signs and pins and regalia, and it seems to be a very pleasant crowd out here in downtown Naperville. Many people are handing around similar signs saying safe abortion is a human right. I'm seeing that sign a lot out here. But the crowd is mostly women, probably 80% women, but there is a decent male population out here showing their support for abortion rights. Some of the other signs that I'm seeing, if you're not free, if you can't choose your own destiny. Along with the signs, there are pride flags. There are members of many different communities around the Naperville area showing their support today here downtown. Ahead of the primary elections on the 28th, I'm seeing a sign, "We will not accept second-class citizenry. Rise up and vote." Again, on this busy Friday afternoon, there are many people driving by, honking. They might not be in the crowds with the protesters and supporters, but they're showing their support through honks. Hi, I'm Will Payne from Naperville News 17. What's your name?
Laura Welch.
Laura, why are you here today?
Well, I'm president of the Illinois National Organization for Women, and trying to watch my language. I'm pissed. I had an abortion. I have a daughter. I have a son who's getting married. I want them to have the same rights I grew up with, and they may not. They may not anymore, and that's just not okay. This is my body. It's not anybody else's body. And the fact that there are so many restrictions on women's bodies, but not a damn one on a man's body, that should tell you something.
And if you had to say one thing to all the protesters out here, what would it be today?
Get up and vote. I mean, we have a midterm election that could absolutely take away everything in our rights. They have got to know that the midterms matter. Vote in the primary, which is Tuesday, and vote in the midterms in November. We have got to maintain the Senate and the House.
Laura, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Even it being a hot Friday afternoon here in Naperville, with temperatures reaching about 85 to 90 degrees here, there's still hundreds of protesters showing their support with signs and pins and flags and clothes. And again, it seems to be a very peaceful and a peaceful but determined crowd out here in Naperville. As I walk by, some more signs: keep your bands off my body. I stand with Planned Parenthood. And as we see here, one of the local officials, Bill Foster, is here today at the protests. And we're looking to get a thought that he might have on the Supreme Court's ruling.
We knew it was coming, but this is
I know.
sad day.
Well, it's sort of like a gut punch where you had time to tense up.
Yeah,
It's still a gut punch.
that's right.
Hi, Mr. Foster. I'm Will Payne with Naperville News 17. First and foremost, why are you here today?
Well, this is actually my second protest of the day. 7 hours ago, I was in front of the Supreme Court with 40 members of Congress who had just wanted to make our voices heard. That the Supreme Court and the United States Senate has to understand that what they have done collectively is not something that is supported by the vast majority of Americans. For 50 years, the decision about having an abortion was a private decision between a woman and her doctor. And now, because of the Supreme Court decision, it is going to be between politicians and the government. That's not the way it should be, and it's not the way the American public wants it to be.
Now, Congressman, if you could say one thing to your constituents today, what would it be?
Vote.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And that was just Congressman Bill Foster, who said today that he was in Washington, D.C., in front of the Supreme Court with other congressmen and senators who are voicing their displeasure with the Supreme Court's ruling. And he's come all the way back to Naperville today to talk with some of his constituents. Oh. Hi. This is Will Payne with Naperville News 17. What's your name?
My name is Alice Wood, and I am pro-choice. My family are diehard Republicans. That party's been hijacked. God knows what's going on in our country, but it's time to protect women and their rights and to have gun reform. That's common sense gun reform.
Why are you here today? What do you say?
I'm here today because I'm horrified by what the Supreme Court did today. It's unthinkable that we're fighting this fight again, and we all need to get the vote out. Every vote matters.
All right. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. About 20 to 25 minutes into this rally, and there is a continued support along Washington Street here in downtown Naperville as people continue to file on down the block, voicing their support and distaste with the Supreme Court's decision this morning. All right. Again, as we move to the other side of Washington Street, there seems to be an endless stream of protesters with the same idea, holding up their signs and wearing their pins. And we will hopefully get word from some of them soon about their thoughts on this morning's Supreme Court ruling. Hello, this is Will Payne with Naperville News 17. What's your name?
Jill Lexier.
And what position do you hold?
I'm the State Policy Advocacy Chair for National Council of Jewish Women, Illinois. We are a grassroots faith-based organization that has always worked towards women's rights and human rights.
And why would you say you're here today in Naperville?
Here today because I'm absolutely outraged by the Supreme Court decision which has rolled back women's rights and reproductive rights and human rights 50 years. And so we have to come out today to show our displeasure and to also sort of make sure that we're determined to move forward.
If you could say one thing to all of the hundreds of protesters out here today, what would it be?
It would be to go vote. Here in Illinois, we're very proud to have our reproductive rights protected, but we must vote to be able to protect those rights.
Okay, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Along with the hundreds of protesters out here today, there are a few with megaphones who are starting their own chants and getting everybody riled up against the Supreme Court decision. Along with that, some of the signs. Oh. Hello, I'm Will Payne with Naperville News 17.
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Laura Ellman. I'm state senator here in Naperville.
All right, Laura, why are you here today?
I'm here because the Supreme Court just overturned Roe v. Wade. But I want to make sure that people in Illinois know that women's rights in Illinois are safe. A year and a half ago, we enshrined women's rights to reproductive health care. So we have got the right no matter what happened, but states all around us don't. This is a war on women and just a travesty.
And what do you say to the future people of Illinois that may come here to get a safe and legal abortion?
I say, first, welcome. There's, you have the right to get the reproductive health care that you want. And that, I'm sorry, it's a shame that your state does not give you the same rights that we have in Illinois.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Let's walk by some more of the signs. Protect our liberty from court tyranny. Reproductive. Many signs here today also showing support for recently deceased Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Again, many people showing their distaste with the Supreme Court this morning.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
One of the signs reads, we're walking, a woman's reproductive rights are up to not her federal government, not her state government, but her. There you go.
I think we have to walk up and down. Steps for coming. Make sure you vote.
Again, this is Will Payne with Naperville News 17. What's your name?
It's Sue Top.
Sue Top. And what position do you hold?
I'm president currently of AAUW Naperville area. We're one of the groups putting this on today.
And Sue, why are you here today protesting?
Oh, I didn't think I would ever, I didn't want to be here, let's put it that way. But this is just, it's such a setback. I lived through the 1970s. I don't want to go back to the 1970s. It's very disheartening that the court didn't pay any attention to precedent. I think there's a whole lot of other things that are going to go down. I think this is just the first, and I think we have to draw a line. I think we just have to stop it here. So.
Sue, if you could say one thing to all the members of your group as well as all the protesters here today, what would it be?
Absolutely. Vote and vote smart. Do your homework and watch those judicial races. Know who you're voting for. Just don't go into the ballot box and just pull any lever. And it really counts, especially primaries and smaller elections like this. Every vote counts, so get out there and do it.
All right, Sue, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. As we continue here down Washington Street, there seem to be even more protesters coming from the park, coming from the downtown area to show their distaste with the Supreme Court ruling this morning. And with the many signs and pins people are clearly showing their support for people around the country to have access to safe abortions. That is the main thesis of many of the protesters here today, along with a lot of the honkers too. Along with the population of these protesters being mostly women, there's a variety of young people and old people and middle-aged people out here showing their displeasure with the government. And it's great to see all this political activism from a variety of age groups.
I think it's a trivial thing.